What up? Hey, you guys. I'm Brianna. It's my third video ever, and it's regarding the Army and their waivers, criminal waivers in particular, because that's what I'm dealing with right now. But pretty much, when you have any type of criminal history on your record when you're processing or trying to get into the military, you are required a waiver. Now, I don't know the different types of waivers, I just know mine only, but the waiver that I'm required is a usarec waiver, and it's for a felony that I don't have anymore. But, you know, when you walk into a recruiting station, it's like an application. They ask you all these questions and ask you, have you ever been in trouble with the law? And they make you tell them, regardless on if it was sealed, closed, expunged, whatever, just in case, so they can save their ass. So if one day, you know, you are finished processing with them and they decide to fingerprint you at MEPS, thinking that you're all good, and say something, you got arrested for something, but you didn't think it was a big deal, that can screw up your whole chances of getting into the military. So they tell you to tell them, and I regret that I did because I've been waiting 7 months to get a waiver. 7 months. It's supposed to take up to a month, the latest, to get a waiver. So I was working at this station in LA, and for 7 months. So I completed my physical, my ASVAB, all the above, except this. And this is what really determined if I was getting in or not. So I told them what happened, and it happened before I was 18. I was 15 years old when I got a felony, and it was theft of a firearm. Theft of a firearm. But after I did my, year of probation and community service, I didn't go to jail. I was just arrested. After I did all that, the judge told me that it was wiped out, sorry, and that it wasn't on my record anymore. So when I started processing with them, I had to tell them, like I said, and it was to the point where MEPS knew, the military processing station, where you take your ASVAB and do everything regarding processing with them. MEPS knew. They ordered me a consultation with a psychiatrist to determine if I was crazy or not, which I'm not, frankly. It got cleared. So after MEPS knows, there's pretty much nothing you can do about it, but, you know, whatever your recruiter can help you out with. And obviously mine sucked, because they didn't help me with shit. So, yeah, I was checking on my packet one day, and they pretty much told me that they couldn't help me anymore because my situation was too complicated. The only reason why it was too complicated is because, you know, they have this new thing in their offices now that's called a live scan, where they fingerprint you in their office. Like I said, after I told them all this, there was nothing I could do. And this live scan wasn't in their office 7 months ago when I started processing with them. So they fingerprinted me one day, and my live scan came back, and only my misdemeanor showed up. I had two, a misdemeanor and a felony. I can't even think of the name. And only my misdemeanor popped up. I knew that, but they insisted on me telling them, which made the job so harder than what it was, and they felt like they couldn't do anything for me, so I took my packet elsewhere. And 2 weeks later, the new recruiter sent my packet up to the battalion to get a waiver, which I'm still waiting on. It was like 2 weeks ago that they sent it up. And the usarec waivers can take up to a week to a month. Like I said, I've been waiting 2 weeks now. So, yeah. The moral of me telling you this is don't tell these recruiters anything that you know doesn't exist anymore. If you know it's not serious, and you know that the judge and your probation officer told you that it was wiped out, don't tell them. Just let them fingerprint you, because whatever pops up, and can't do anything about it. They'll know right off the bat. And another thing, anybody with felonies, don't get discouraged. Don't. You just have to find the right recruiter that's going to help you get to where you have to go. They'll tell you if they can't help you. They'll tell you. But that doesn't mean, stop there, because it's taken me, honestly, two recruiters to tell me no, and now my packet is being sent up to the battalion. Now, if you're not getting an answer from the battalion, then definitely don't stop. Don't, because his answer is the one that you really need. If he tells you yes, then hey, you're in. If he tells you no, then you really can't do shit about it. But, yeah, so don't get discouraged, because I honestly was, but I didn't give up. The next day, after they told me no, I was somewhere else, and my packet was being sent up. What are the odds? But, yeah, these usarec waivers are, like, serious stuff. For serious felonies, or whatever the case may be. Misdemeanors are not they don't really care about misdemeanors. I mean, you require a waiver, but you're good. It's just a felony, and depending on your felony. But like I said, if they don't tell you, like, oh no, we really can't help you, then hey, he can't help you. But if you find somebody that's like, oh yeah, we can work with this, then you're good. So hopefully I'll be back and let me know how this goes. And if I made anybody feel better about these waivers, be patient. They do take a week to a month to return. But yeah, this shouldn't be my last video, because I have faith that I'm going to get into the Army. So the next step will be me swearing in, being patient, but I'm excited because I feel like it's going to happen. Alright, hope I made you guys feel at ease with anything. Bye.